Tale 1, The Shadow in My Mirror. I used to think mirrors were just glass, something that reflected back what was there. But after what I've seen, I know now that mirrors are windows to something else, something dark. It started a few weeks ago. I was getting ready for bed, brushing my teeth like I do every night, when I saw it for the first time. In the reflection, just behind me, there was a shadow. Tall, thin, and wrong. At first, I thought it was a trick of the light, or maybe I was tired. But when I turned around, there was nothing there. The next night, it was closer. I saw it standing right behind me, its face, or what I thought was a face, staring at the back of my head. I spun around, heart racing, but again there was nothing. It was only in the mirror. As days passed, the shadow appeared more often. Every time I looked into a mirror, it was there. Always behind me. Always silent. I started to avoid my own reflection, brushing my teeth in the dark. But I could still feel its presence, like icy fingers tracing my spine. Last night, I couldn't take it anymore. I turned on every light in the house and stood in front of the mirror, determined to confront whatever it was. The shadow stood right behind me again, but this time, something was different. It smiled. Before I could move, its cold, bony hand gripped my shoulder. I couldn't scream. I couldn't breathe. I saw my own reflection smile back, but it wasn't me anymore. Now, when I look in the mirror, I see it, and I know it's only a matter of time before it takes my place completely. Tale 2. The Whispering Closet. When I moved into this house, I didn't think much of the old closet in the bedroom. It was huge, old-fashioned, and the door creaked whenever I opened it, but it was just a closet, right? It wasn't long before I noticed the whispers. At first, I thought it was my imagination, the wind howling through the cracks in the old house. But the whispers were persistent. They started soft, just a murmur, barely audible, like a distant conversation behind a wall. But over time, they grew louder, more distinct, like voices calling my name. One night as I lay in bed, I heard a voice. Clear as day. It came from the closet, and it said, "Come closer." I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. I tried to convince myself it was just a dream, but the voice continued, repeating itself, urging me to open the door. I don't know why I did it, but something in me, some part of me needed to know. I grabbed the handle and opened the closet door. The moment I did, the whispering stopped. Complete silence filled the room. I shone my phone's light inside, but there was nothing. Just an empty closet. Or so I thought. I tried to shut the door, but it wouldn't close. That's when I noticed something was holding it open. A hand, pale, gaunt, reached out from the darkness inside. I stepped back, but it grabbed my wrist, pulling me toward the blackness. I screamed and yanked free, slamming the door shut. Now every night I hear them, the voices, but they're not whispers anymore. They're angry. They're demanding. They want me to open the door again, and I'm terrified I might. Tale 3. The Stranger at the End of the Hall. It's been 3 nights in a row now. 3 nights of seeing him, just standing there at the end of the hall. I don't know where he came from or how he got into my house, but every night at exactly 3:33 a.m., he appears. At first, I thought it was a trick, some kind of sleep paralysis, maybe a hallucination from too little rest. But no, he's real. The first night, I woke up and saw him. A tall man, wearing a dark coat, standing perfectly still at the end of the hallway outside my bedroom. I couldn't make out his face, just his silhouette in the dim light. I tried to get up, to confront him, but my body wouldn't move. I was paralyzed with fear, trapped in my own bed, as he just stood there, watching. The second night, I woke up again at the same time, 3:33 a.m. This time, he was closer. I could see his face more clearly, and it wasn't human. His eyes, black and hollow, his skin pale and stretched too tight like a mask. He didn't move. He didn't speak. He just stared, his mouth slightly open as if he were waiting for me to do something. Last night, I thought I was prepared. I kept the lights on, stayed awake, but at exactly 3:33 a.m., the lights flickered and went out. I heard footsteps coming down the hall, slow, deliberate. When I looked, he was right outside my bedroom door. He's getting closer every night. I don't know what he wants, but tonight is night 4, and I don't think I'll survive it. Perhaps you should check your mirrors, listen closely to the whispers, or keep an eye out for the figure in the shadows, because in the darkness when the world is quiet, they may be waiting for you too. Sleep well, if you can.